Yo, so for today's video, we're gonna be doing a review of different animated movie sequels. And how it's actually gonna work is I'm gonna rate it from 1 to 10, and then I'll say if it's worth it or not. Obviously, I can't do every single animated movie sequel that ever came out. So what I'm actually gonna do is in different categories. I'll have some for Disney Pixar, and then I'll have some from DreamWorks. And that's how it's gonna work. So let's get started with the OG Disney. And I can't start a list with Disney without showing the famous intro. Let's go. Yo, check this out. This is the OG. This here is my childhood. Woo! This intro alone brings back so much memories. Like, love it, love it, love it. Disney is the OG. Is the OG now. Is the OG. So I must start off a little simple, I ain't gonna make it to all the childhood making movies, right? At the beginning, right? I'm starting off with Tinkerbell. I think we all watched Tinkerbell at a certain point in time, right? Every single one I used to watch on cable, used to hit every time. I never watched a bad Tinkerbell movie in my opinion. All of them was good. Every single one. I loved it. I loved it. I can watch it again right now. So I watched Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, the Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, Pixie Hollow Games, Secret of the Wings, the Pirate Fairy, Tinkerbell, and the Legend of the Never Beast, right? My favorite one, to be honest, is the Secret of the Wings. Like, she meeting her sister, I just love that story, to be honest. Like, yo, I really like that one. And every single one of those movies had a real hit. So, I rate Tinkerbell, the sequels, 8 out of 10, right? 8 out of 10. And it was worth it. It really and truly was worth it. So now, I'm going to introduce the champs of the animated movie industry. Do I even need an introduction for them? Come on. It's Pixar! You know the movie gonna be good when you see this intro.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
We got Toy Story 2. Love this movie, though I for sure would not say it was not worth it. Like, this movie was in fact worth it. Like, the plot itself, I really forgot his story in the yard sale, and then this fat man come pick it up, kidnap Woody. He was real slick, yeah. He was real slick with it too, boy. What? That man different, yeah. This man. And apparently, and even though Woody was so valuable, he just look like a old bidong to me. Even though this man was some rare collector's item, and like, okay, yeah, for sure. I'll give Toy Story 2 a 8 out of 10 again. It wasn't the best, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I know you guys enjoyed it also. It had some really good scenes in this movie. But it was a little sad when Buzz Lightyear had to go, the original Buzz. Bye bye Buzz. By chance, if you guys haven't, I don't know who hasn't. It came out since the 90s, but if you haven't watched it, you should give it a watch. It's actually worth it. But watch part one first, obviously, and then watch this one. It actually, it connects. Next up, we got a sequel to this sequel, which is Toy Story 3. Yo, this movie here was so awesome. Like, the plot, everything was beautiful. One of the best Toy Stories ever. You can't argue with me on this. And just the whole idea of Andy growing up and having to leave his toys is just so realistic and something nearly anybody can relate to. And emotions of the toys, everything that I had to go through. Like, oh my god. And don't forget about the main villain, Lotso. No, that man was evil, boy. Wow. Lotso was evil. Yo, but you can kind of see the hurt in the man also, eh? Like, the character development for each of these characters and what everything that went through in this whole movie was just spectacular. Like I loved everything. I just loved it. This movie is for sure a 9 out of 10. Maybe 10 if I'm feeling generous. You know, it's nearly perfect. Like it was so damn good. You have to watch it if you didn't watch it. You have to watch this movie if you didn't watch this movie. And it's really funny and all too, especially that daycare scene. Yo, and this movie is like basically telling you what is too good to be true. Sometimes things are too good to be true. When they went to the daycare, they thought it was gonna be peaches and paradise. But when they went there, pow, one set of chaos. And they was like, give me out of this one time. But to be honest, it was really sad to see them neglected, you know. It was just really sad. But you know, that is life. Sometimes you just have to move on. Not everything will stay the same forever, you know. And the different ways to try to escape and stuff, like that was just so awesome. Like this movie here, okay, for sure, I changed it from 9 to 10. It was a 10 out of 10. Like it's a 10 out of 10 movie. Toy Story 3, you must watch it. You must watch this movie. It's beautiful. Sad, but beautiful. One thing I really learned from this is don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened. Now we got, as you can see, The Incredibles Part 2. Now to be honest, this is a little controversial. Yo, Part 1 was literally my favorite movie of all time. No joke, as a child this was my favorite movie. I watched this movie over 10 times. Like I just loved to watch this movie. And when I heard they was bringing out a sequel, I was hyped, right? Because this movie came out in 2003 and the sequel came out, I believe it was last year, 2019. Right. So when I heard it was coming out, I couldn't wait to see it, right? Like the hype was through the roof. And then when it actually came out, I watched the movie, I was like, it was good, but it's not what I was expecting from Pixar and from what I watched in Part 1. It wasn't as good. Like, no offense, the movie is a real good movie, you know, but it's Pixar and Part 1 was just too good, you know. The plot was wrong. Mrs. Incredible, you know, she in the spotlight. That's what Mrs. Incredible. She in the spotlight. She's the main person, you know. And now Bob is just stay-at-home dad, and I know that adds pressure to it, that giving him stress now. And then we have the side plot with Violet and this boy, and you know, then he had Dash, then we had the little Jack scenes, you know. It just felt like so much plot was going wrong at the same time, and it didn't mesh well in my opinion. And I'm sorry to say, but the sequel, we needed a sequel, right? Based on how Part 1 ended with the Mole Man. But this, to be honest, in my opinion, it just was not worth it. Like, I rated Incredibles 2, yeah, a 6 or 5, dog. Like, it's okay if you disagree, but that's just my rating. Yeah, so real tough. Now let's go on to our next Pixar movie. We got Cars Part 2. Yo, Cars 2, it was not the best, right? In my opinion, like it just was not the best movie. Cars Part 1 was good. I didn't think it needed a sequel. And then the sequel, as you may know, it was filtered around 3, 2, 1. This dude here, Mater, right? And Mater, you know, he normal, but I don't think they should have made the whole movie around him. You know, it was kind of getting a little annoying in some scenes and stuff like that. It was like it was trying so hard to be funny or to make Mater important, but like Mater, you know, nobody really care about Mater, to be honest. Like he normal, you know, he's a good side character. You know, McQueen was the main man. That's just my thoughts on it. You know, the movie was good, the plot was good, but it just Mater was just a little annoying in the sequel. Like he wasn't really needed, you know. So long and short of it is, this movie gained a 5. It was no lot. It ain't even worth watching in my opinion. Like you could live without watching it easy, normal. And now finally, I'm going to introduce this movie studio. I think we all know it, we all love it. Let's give an introduction to the one and only DreamWorks. Like, boom. This intro alone and all too. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. There's another hype intro, you know, like when you hear it, you just be like, oh, this movie gonna be good. Now we have representing DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda 2. I love this movie. This movie is one of my favorite DreamWorks movies of all time. Like, bro, this movie is getting me hyped up. I love it so much. The plot and how this man whole character change. This man's a kung fu master. Well, you know, he's a dragon warrior. You know, I rate him for that. Then they introduce this badass villain. This man, ooh, he dread. This man dread. This peacock, name a peacock better than this man. This man kill out nearly all of the masters. Easy, so overnight. Every time he and Poe meet is just legendary. It's just awesome. Like, it's, you already know something good going to happen. All the fight scenes so awesome. The storyline awesome. The plot, everything is just amazing. I love this movie too bad, and it's funny too. Like, hey, you can't hate on Kung Fu Panda 2. You just cannot hate on Kung Fu Panda 2. This movie has so much hype scenes in it. It's unbelievable, right? This movie is a 10 out of 10 in my books. Worth it, must watch, love it, mwah. Just beautiful. So I really and truly just rate Kung Fu Panda, you know. Part 3 and all 2 part 3 was good, right? It wasn't as good as part 2, but it was also really good. And now let's move on to the next DreamWorks movie. We all know, we all love it. I think you know what I'm gonna talk about right now, but not too long, because I realize this video getting a little long. We have the champ, Shrek. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, all of them lit. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Don't know. I love all of this man movie. This man just is a legend for DreamWorks. This man carrying DreamWorks on his back. Oh god, he probably has so much back pain right now from carrying them for so long. Since 2001, right? You see Shrek? All these sequels, just hit, right? Don't even disagree with me, just hit. Like, it's his family friendly little kind of thing. I just love this movie. I love all of them. If you didn't watch Shrek 1, Shrek 2, 3 or 4, you have to go and watch it now. Like, go and watch it. Like, trust me, you'll get a good laugh out of this. Shrek is the goat. Shrek is the goat. He's not the old guy, he's the goat. I for sure rating this man a 9 or 10 out of 10. It is worth it. So, yo, I really appreciate you guys. If you guys stick with me throughout this whole video, I appreciate the support. You know, like if you agree with what I said, dislike if you don't like what I said. You know, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section below. You know, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.